Well, speculation is swirling that John Kerry may throw his hat in the ring for 2020, challenging President Trump. Now, this is the same man who sent billions of dollars to Iran and told the media to stop covering North Korea.
I think the rhetoric to date has frankly stepped over the line with respect to the messages that are being sent. It's given North Korea a reason to say, hey, we need a bomb.
But if you decide one day you're going to be a terrorist and you're willing to kill yourself, you can go out and kill some people. You can make some noise. Perhaps the media would do us all a service if they didn't cover it quite as much.
Well, this as some new reports surfaced that the former Secretary of State urged the Palestinian leader to resist the peace deal, saying that President Trump would be out in a year. And here now to discuss is the Clarion Project's Shillman Fellow, Ryan Mauro. Ryan, we always appreciate when you can join us here in the morning.
Thanks for having me.
So your thoughts on John Kerry? We talked about Iran, we talked about North Korea, there's Benghazi, and then this latest issue with Palestine. What do you think about him running in 2020?
I think he is as delusional about his presidential prospects as he is delusional about the ideology of radical Islam. Let's not forget that it was his State Department that said that ISIS is caused by unemployment and poverty. That came under his leadership. And that's also under his leadership when the U.S. government was deciding not to crack down on the Hezbollah terrorist network inside of the United States. And one of the patterns I consistently see is that Kerry seems to say worse things about Republicans, President Trump, and American troops in combat than he does about the Iranian regime, the Muslim Brotherhood, or the Palestinian leadership.
What about that Palestinian leadership and the reports that he went to them and he said, don't cooperate with President Trump because he'll be out in a year?
I think it's creepy, it's insulting to me as an American to advocate to an enemy of the United States, which is what the Palestinian leadership currently is based on their rhetoric, that they be encouraged to resist the American president so that he can come in and save the day in this dream that he has is really, I think, insulting. And it shows that he doesn't understand how often the Palestinian leadership lies, how much propaganda he may unwittingly regurgitate from the Palestinian and radical Islamic side against Israel, as he did on the way out as Secretary of State. And all of that is damaging to American national security when you say things like, when you repeat propaganda against Israel, or you say things like American soldiers in Iraq are terrorizing innocent Iraqi children, which he did say at one point.
So if he runs in 2020, would it injure the Democratic Party? Would it benefit Republicans?
I'm not convinced many Democrats think that him running is a good idea. I think that's John Kerry's friends telling him what he wants to hear because they probably want something from him, because there's no logic at all behind this. And for Donald Trump, this would just be a gigantic present because he would just be able to use two of his favorite insults: loser from 2004 and low energy, because John Kerry, not exactly the most charismatic guy on earth.
You know, that's a good question for all of our social media followers. What do you think President Trump's nickname would be for John Kerry if he runs for president in 2020?